All right, welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're really zeroing in on a single, profoundly focused document.
It's an interesting one.
It really is. It's titled A Message That Transcends Time, My Commitment to the Now and the Days to Come. So this isn't some historical text. It's more of a philosophical vow, and our mission is just to pull out the wisdom you can actually use.
It's like an internal manifesto, really. A user guide for yourself. And the hook is right there at the beginning. It claims the most profound blessings often come, and I'm quoting here, draped in the heavy fabric of pain, much like a shadowy cloud that showers us with wisdom.
That phrasing is so deliberate because the point isn't that pain is good, but that holding on to the residue of it, that fear, that anxiety, that's the real problem.
That's the heavy fabric.
Exactly. The wisdom is already there. You just have to let go of the fabric so that, the good stuff can actually sink in.
And that idea really sets up the foundation of the whole document,
Yeah.
self-correction. It all starts with what it calls trust in the divine.
Which can be a tricky concept.
For sure, but you can translate that. For anyone listening, you can think of it as just certainty in your core purpose or your values. The text says that certainty is what turns worry into serenity, praise, gratitude, contentment, and acceptance. It's an immediate shift in your energy.
Okay, so let's dig into that idea of self-correction because the document's take on failure is, well, it's pretty radical. It says mistakes aren't roadblocks.
Not at all. They're a precious opportunity for growth, crafted uniquely for you.
So what's the takeaway there? If I believe my screw-up was made just for me, what changes?
It gets rid of the paralysis of self-blame. The heart of true growth is just acknowledging it, learning, and then moving forward. The text is very explicit about fear, anxiety, hatred.
The toxic energies.
Right, it calls them toxic energies that can suffocate your spirit. And if you find yourself always looking for a fight or expecting the worst, well, those energies are already at work.
It's a self-inflicted wound at that point. So if mistakes are these growth opportunities, you have to ask, who is this individual that's growing? And that's where the text stiffs, saying, you're not just you, you're a magnificent entirety.
And this is where it gets really structural. This magnificent entirety is made of 3 distinct vessels, each with its own energy. You can think of it as a manual for balancing your physical self, your subconscious struggles, and your inner wisdom.
So first up is the body, or embodiment. This is the vessel of thought, of experience, and it's given a vibrant blue energy. This is how you engage with the world.
Then you have the essence, the Nafs. This is the battleground of tests.
Yeah.
It's that part of your subconscious that fights against your better judgment. It has a fierce crimson glow.
And finally, the stabilizing force, the spirit, or Ru. The wise, pure inner guide that lives in your heart. Its energy is a lush, vibrant green.
And the whole point is balancing that blue, that crimson, and that green. Getting them in sync is, well, it's critical for how you navigate time. The river, exactly. Time isn't a straight line. It's a vibrant river ebbing and flowing. And if you aren't mindful, if you don't pause and check in with yourself, you just end up adrift or stuck.
And that flows right into how you deal with other people. The text warns you, don't judge, don't just follow the crowd. It says, allow your work to shine on its own rather than seeking validation elsewhere.
Focus on the work itself. And that leads to this really unique definition of success. It says, true triumph lies not in being the first to cross the finish line, but in ensuring that everyone reaches their destination safely.
I love that idea. But practically speaking, how does that work when goals clash? When you're trying to move forward, but others are going a different way?
Well, it brings it all back to contribution. It says your greatest wins don't come from what you gather for yourself, but from what you give. A supportive word, actually listening to someone. Triumph isn't a race you win. It's about lifting others up so the path forward clears for everyone.
That brings us to the final crossroads, I think. We all ask, how can I be successful? But this document flips that on its head. It suggests the far more important question for you to ask is, what defines failure? What journey leads to ruin?
And that's such a profound shift. The thinking is that understanding the fall is what actually teaches you the art of rising once more. You have to know where the cliffs are before you can walk the path with real confidence.
So the call to action here is really to harmonize that understanding, to take that difficult, mindful path by balancing the body, the essence, and the spirit, to get your head, your gut, and your heart all working together, guided by that green heart energy. So what wisdom will guide your next decision?